Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever. I've picked up where I left off actually. In Bognor Regis, I've just set up a new line. Basically, I've got next to no money, although actually that has doubled since the last episode in the time it took me to export the video file. So, interesting. So I thought we're going to do an episode where I just set up the bus routes for this line, because that will waste a bit of time and will build up some more money, make it so we can carry on building, which is always good. We might do a bit more than just the bus routes, I don't know yet. So we'll start here in Bognor Regis. So I want a loop as pretty standard. I think we'll probably have it go... Well, it starts up here next to the station, obviously. Have it come down here, across to the back, down the high street, or what I'm going to call the high street, then up round here, and you can come back under the bridge. That's one route. I tend to do the routes just one direction in the loop, because the towns aren't really big enough to justify buses going both ways. Not yet, at least. There we go. And then this is Bognor Regis bus. And that's the colour I'm using for buses, apparently. So that's one built, and now we move on up to Crewe. And Crewe's going to be interesting because there's a bit of town over here and there's only one bridge at the moment. So what I'm thinking is the possibility of a level crossing. There we go. And I possibly also want... I'm not sure. No, maybe that will do for now. Crewe hasn't expanded too much. We'll start with one here, and then we'll have one on the end of the bridge. That will be the station stop. Then we'll come down here, round the back. That's kind of a station stop again. Down this road, next to the level crossing, and back. So, new line. Starting here. Up round, through here, across the crossroads, and back round. This is Crewe bus. And it's that weird sort of... Not sure, is that cyan, I guess? It's probably the best word for it. Next bus will be in Darwin. Darwin's going to be an interesting one. The station's a little out of town at the moment, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is... So I've got all of these, but in reality, this is the one I end up using. Because it looks quite nice. Buses. Autosave, hello. That was quick autosave. There we go, thank you. And then we'll have a stop there, and come round the back. I just put one there, otherwise it's going to take this cut through. So even though that's not any use really at the moment, to try and avoid it using the cut through, it's required. So that's the key thing to always look out for when building a bus route, is make sure it's not using any weird cut throughs that's going to slow it down. Also, build extra roads that aren't required at the time for the town, because then the town will actually expand into them and you won't have to come back quite so quickly to fix it. Mainly, I give this advice because I never come back to fix bus routes when the town's expanded. My last map, I played for about 200 in-game years, possibly even 300. I never came back to fix any of the bus routes. The towns have pretty much tripled in size. This is Darwin. Darwin bus. Yeah, when the town's tripled in size, your original bus route, it's still getting the same number of passengers to the station as it used to, but it's not getting any of the new passengers. So it's not serving a great deal of purpose at that point. There we go, that'll do. And I'll bring it in there because I want it to join up. It's a nice bridge. I'm getting messages. I'm going to ignore them. Have I got a bus route in here? No. But it's got two stations. I think it's probably catches... No, actually it misses the vast majority. Okay then. We'll have one bus station up here. Oh, that's not really what I wanted, game. Is construction not possible? Too much slope. Okay then, are we just going to not? Can I get any road off of there? And then this. Or this. They're both quite big. This one would be better. It's a weird little street. Weird little cobbled street up there, but there's not a lot I can do. And then flatten it all out. Not a fan of that, but I'll have to come back and look at it. And then we also kind of want a bus station over here. Now then, I'm thinking a nice road round here to join the town up around the back. And bus stops. So it'll come out of here, it will come down here, come round this road, come back in here, across the level crossing up to there. It'll probably go round this loop. It'll pop in there. Which makes that bus stop a bit pointless, but I've built it, so it's staying. Oh, can we get around there? I want to bring it up there, ideally. So that'll do. Up here, down here, back down here, into there. So, new route. Altrincham, Park Lane, London Road, Park Road, School Lane, Albert Road, The Drive, Altrincham Sidings, Albert Road, West Street, Park Avenue, The Crescent, Church Lane, Springfield Road, Church Road, Main Street, Kings Road, and back to Altrincham Annex. So this is Altrincham Bus. And what I'm realising, from the fact that Altrincham didn't have one, I'm going to assume that the ones up here don't either. Doesn't appear so. It's a miracle Clitheroe gets any passengers. Well, actually, it is pretty much in the centre of town at this point. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage this one, because the town has developed in a weird way. Okay, that might be it. So we'll have one there, one there, one up here, one there, one there, one there. Then after a little dip down to the next station, we'll sort of come up here. And back round. So that one, yeah, it's because this station only has one entrance, it could have up to 6. But no, I did 1. So we've got there, up here, round, round, across the railway, round, back across the railway and through there. So that's a bit of a weird cut in, that's just to get to the station. This is Clitheroe Bus. Yes. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. That's Clitheroe Bus. Carlisle also needs a bus, ideally. Might see about getting a little bus station in back here. do. I'm not sure how this one's going to work, but basically I know I want to come around the back, so if we have a bus stop there and a bus stop there, 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 2 freight depots in Carlisle, that's a bit excessive. There, and then we just have to decide at what point we go into there. So I'm thinking it would probably be now, before we come up here. And there we go. This is Carlisle bus. And Bridlington, which we can probably just do straight off the bat. Don't have any awkward bridges to worry about in Bridlington. Trying to get across the railway. So that's my issue, it's the method of building a station pretty much cuts a town in half normally when it's a through station. Doesn't tend to be an issue until it occasionally is. Probably put one there and bring another road going back through. With another one there. And new line. And there. Round. Up. Out to the back. Back in. Bridlington bus. Okay, now I just need to find a road depot and buy some buses. And I think we've got a new bus recently. Yeah, we've got the Man. 16. There's one more. Probably buy 4 for Bridlington. Carlisle could do with 6. Clitheroe 5. These are arbitrary numbers. I don't really understand why I'm choosing these numbers, but I am. Altrincham can have 6. Altrincham is quite a big place. It is a junction and everything. I'm hoping the bus connecting the 2 stations isn't going to interrupt the flow of passengers using the train between the 2, because that's pretty good at the moment. The train should still be faster if less frequent. Darwin will have 4. Darwin's quite small in the grand scheme of things. Autosave. We are great friends, aren't we? Crew can have 5, 4. Crew. And Bognor Regis can have 4. Although I expect Bognor Regis will grow a bit because it's going to become a junction station of sorts. So there we go, the buses are in place. That should help with. Yeah, it's tanked my income slightly. That's probably when I bought the new Mallard. I lost 4 million last year. But I think... Where did that go? Somewhere on running costs. I should start making it back. Which lines are profitable nowadays? Yeah, the long distance Mallard route is currently losing me the most. Then it's low freights. Yeah, I'm gaining though 14 million on this route. This new route that we built a couple of episodes ago. This was unprofitable until I put the buses in. That's making like upwards of 10 million a year. 4 million on the old original Wimborne to Wokingham. Oh, yeah, that is the original. Wokingham to Altrincham West is the slightly newer one that the Flying Scotsman operates. They're all profitable. They all have passengers. It's all good. Freight routes are running as well, which is always impressive. I don't see the freight routes running often enough. The thing is, when I play with no costs, I just do passenger networks. I don't deal with freight. It's very rare that I actually set up a freight network. So to see it actually running, and operational, albeit slowly, like why are there logs here? Why has one train seen fit to bring a load of logs in? I will never know. But one of them has. This one's picked up 14 of them. Where are the others going? 2 to Wokingham South Planks, because why not? Which is here, where there's 6 logs waiting to go back the other way. Why? What is the... I guess at least it's making a tiny bit of money on every journey, but why? Why are the plank logs going all over the place? What are you? Yeah. You probably need replacing with a different type of vehicle, but not today. We'll do that another time. Meanwhile, the other thing I wanted to check quickly before I finish off was what are the biggest cities on the map now. Population 999 in Wokingham, Paynton, Crowford, Warminster. Yeah, so the biggest 4 are the ones that I connected up originally with trains. Shock horror. And are really not covered completely by their bus routes. This is what I mean. Like the bus route here covers what, half the town? This entire area, this bit aren't covered. That bit's not covered. Over in Paynton. It's all of this. Crayford's not grown a great deal. Wimborne Minster's had a bit of trouble growing just because it's not really had the space to. Bradford, though, coming in, and Bicester. 5th and 6th. Stuff is growing down here. These buses constantly tell me how much they're losing. No other bus route does this. It's just Bicester. Bicester's the only one that does it. But it's not even this type of bus because I use these in Bradford as well. I do like that bridge, seeing the train curl into the station. And it arrives. I think an upgrade might be in the cards for this service though, with how much money it's making. Like the current capacity is 180, but I feel like I can consider upgrading to this. Higher top speed, which I don't really need. I do like the 103. I won't necessarily turn it on yet because it's going to be costly. I normally chuck this on it. Like the line can't cope with a speed above 87, but a speed above 75, but the train can do 124. So maybe one of these coaches that can do 100 would be useful. The coaches I currently use hold 20. These hold 21. This holds 21. But only goes at 87 there. For the route, that's okay, and it kind of matches the he says. Which means how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I have no idea. Let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 21 is 147. So it's actually got a lower capacity if I do that. It's not necessarily bad. 24 million per vehicle is more than I can afford at the moment, though. I mean, it's working now. It hits its top speed pretty regularly. Don't mind it. Oh yeah, I also turned on the logo. I just put the British Rail double arrow logo. So everything has that now, which is interesting. I mean, a lower capacity is not ideal for this route actually, because it does, like, this train's got 160 over 180. We'll just ride it across the bridge, and then I'll wrap up for the episode. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.